Dave Wannstedt joining us. Best opening to you, all things considered. Cap space, quarterback, personnel, best job available.
I learned the hard way, as far as a quarterback thing. I thought you could win in this league, in any league, without a quarterback. Defense, run the ball, special teams, you can't. That's obvious. I would say when you look at the conference, the competition, young quarterback that I like, that I think's a winner, and draft picks, Cleveland. Cleveland Browns could be the best job available.
Crazy, chaotic ownership.
Well, maybe. General manager John Dorsey, Alonzo Highsmith up there, I know those guys, they are solid. They've got picks. I believe they know what they're doing.
Baker's grabbing his stuff, got a big ego.
Well, yes, but still, he's won games for him. And I think the guy can only get better. Now I'm going to give that offense coordinator some credit up there. He's done a great job with them, but I think that's the best job. And look at your competition. To me, you got to win your division first. That's what we used to always say.
Okay, so Cincinnati's blah.
Dalton, who knows what's going on there? They could be Ben and those guys. The clock is running on Ben, and
it's fair,
and the whole situation there. And then Baltimore, can you beat? Their defense has got some older players on it.
It does.
And also, you're looking at Lamar Jackson and saying, okay, yeah, he's a great player, but I'll take Baker Mayfield. So I like Cleveland.
How about that? When's the last time America said that?
I know. I can't believe it. I'm a Pittsburgh guy picking Cleveland.
Okay, so you believe, like I do, Green Bay job's overrated.
Well, I don't know about overrated. I mean, you still got a great quarterback. I think it's a heck of a job. I really do.
$33 million for Aaron.
Yep, but I think the expectations, if you're a new head coach going in there, the expectations are going to be playoff Super Bowl.
Or you're getting fired.
Or you're getting fired because the clock's running on Aaron. We got to do this thing while Aaron is here. And hey, if that's your cup of tea, then go for it. But I think I'd rather have a young team. I'd rather build from the ground floor up. That's why I like Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland's got more picks, more cap space, and their quarterback's on a rookie contract.
And how about the running back, Nick Chubb?
Oh, God, he's great.
He sets a Cleveland record. Baker Mayfield breaks Peyton Manning's record for time. I mean, you got some good young players there.
Okay, Jim Harbaugh. You're a college guy for us at FS1 and an NFL guy. You're the only guy that does both. And we got a trend. Joy and I talked about this. It's no longer a trend. It's a reality. Players are not playing at the end of these college football seasons. I'm Jim Harbaugh. I look up and I think, 4 of my guys sat. I might as well. They want to go play in the NFL. Why don't I just go coach in the NFL?
Well, no. I think you got to look at it this way. If this starts happening when you're competing for a national championship, then I think I would look at it in a little different light. But you got to understand how recruiting is nowadays. And I've talked to enough head coaches and assistant coaches, and I know what's being told to these kids. Come to my school. What do you think I told LaShawn McCoy? You come with me, I'm going to make you a first-round draft pick. I'm going to put you in a pro system. I'm going to develop your talents, and I'll get you to the NFL as fast as you can get there. And so when you have that mentality and you make a commitment to a kid, and now all of a sudden he's going to be a first-round draft pick, and you're playing a meaningless game, not to you or to the university, but in his mind, it's not going to improve anything. You're not going to win a conference. You're not going to win a championship. How can you fault him? I couldn't fault him.
No, I agree with you.
If I was at Pitt right now and I had LaShawn McCoy or Aaron Donald, and they says, Coach, Darrelle Revis, they all left me early, and they said, hey, Coach, I want to leave, this bowl game. I'm just afraid of getting hurt. I'd say, you know what? Go.
Oh, you're a nice guy. All right, Steelers missed the playoffs. You're from Pittsburgh. What the hell happened with that?
I gotta say hello to Joy. We were referencing Joy. I used to go to Joy's mother was a high school teacher at a high school where her brother was one of Hall of Famer, Jason, played for me at the Dolphins.
So you recruited him?
No, I didn't recruit him. No, but he went. He was one of my obviously best players, but he was one of my best people. I would go back and go see Joy's mother at the high school up there at Woodland Hills High School in Pittsburgh, and I recruited players out of that high school who came from me and played at Pitt. So when I was up there recruiting, George Novak, the coach at Coach, Joy knows him, who coached Jason, him and I competed against, we were high school buddies. We banged heads in high school against each other.
You also have, and Joy does too, you have a great history in Pittsburgh. You know the city well. Mike Tomlin, I mean, at some point, is it Mike? You're not going to trade Ben. You don't fire quarterbacks. What's going on in Pittsburgh?
Well, everybody has their own style, and you put up with that style, whatever it is. You know, there's the Bill Belichick style, there's the Mike Tomlin style. Everybody's got their own style of dealing with a team and coaching a team. And I think everybody puts up with that as long as you're winning. And when you don't win and there's off-the-field issues, now all of a sudden the problem gets magnified and it's an issue. You know, I believe that I think it happened with Mike McCarthy a little bit at Green Bay. I think you get into a little bit of a comfort zone, you know, and you have good players, and it's the system has worked. You're kind of given the same message. Al Davis used to say 10 years was the maximum at any job. Al Davis believed in that. And, you know, the 10 years after that, the message starts becoming a little bit old. And nowadays, I think there's probably something to that, you know, that Mike, you know, he's banging on these guys. He's frustrated. He's an excellent coach. Him and I are friends. We did a lot of charity work together when I was in Pittsburgh. He's got some players that right now just they're bought in, but they're not. Antonio Brown, you know, I mean, how does he get hurt the last game of the year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There seems to be where there's smoke, there's fire.
1 minute left. Cowboys hosting Seattle. Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, a lot of playoff experience. Jason Garrett and Dak, not a lot of great playoff experience. Who you like?
You know what? I like Seattle in this game only because the fact that I think both their defenses, you know, Kenny Norton, who's the defense coordinator for Pete, you know, was our middle linebacker for the Super Bowl teams at Dallas. They run similar styles. Neither team is a big pressure team. I think with that offensive line concerns me with the Cowboys.
Yes.
I think
it's banged up.
It's banged up. You know, they've had one. They lose Frederick for the year. They have two guys. You know, Smith obviously is banged up. The guard's banged up. That concerns me. I don't know if they're going to be able to effectively run the ball. If they can't run the ball,
Dak's in trouble.
Dak's in trouble.
By the way, I love Russell Wilson. Did you see him yesterday? Yeah. Coach, fourth quarter, he's equal to Brady in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
God, he's good.
No, they're good, and they're doing the little things right. He's not turning the ball over. That's the thing that's given Seattle the biggest chance to play offense, defense, and win games.
He's got to go. He's got another show to go on. He is Uncle Dave Wannstedt. We love this guy. Bears, Dolphins, Pitt, national titles. Jimmy Johnson, good seeing you, Coach.
All right, always a pleasure.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.